Yes, people, we are back. It is Friday night. It is the Red Cartel, and I am your boy Errol, back with another one. International break is upon us, and to be fair, the lads on the top row, they might be a little bit grateful for a little bit of an international break, a respite from Liverpool Football Club at this moment in time has probably come at the right time for us, but we'll unpack that and we'll discuss, I'm sure, in more detail. I am joined today with man like Greg's in the cut. I've got Ends back again on Red Cartel. I've got man like Hooks. I've got Aaron, and I've also got Match Day Shells in the building. First and foremost, gents, how are we? We all good?
All good, man. All good.
Yeah, good man. I see Hooks having a little go on some tea or some coffee there. So I thought I'd follow suit. He's given me a bit of inspiration. So I thought I'd go make myself a cheeky little coffee and get ready for the show, mate. Looking forward to it.
Get a brew now, man. It's got to be done. I mean, it is absolutely treacherous up here in Liverpool today. The weather has been grim all day. So it is the perfect day to stay indoors, binge some content, and hopefully over the next hour, we guys, the lads that I've got here, will kind of give you a bit of a rundown of where they stand with some of the themes that are currently going and circulating around social media, around our clubs, and then hopefully there's a little bit of a view of what comes next after the international break. And on the thumbnail, I put it quite obvious there. Pep's front and centre, because I'm gonna go early, but was we all kind of naive to just write off Manchester City this season? Obviously,
no
Liverpool,
one with the right mind writes off Man City.
Mm.
That's just the basic rule of football, though, isn't it? Of the past 10 years, you don't write off Man City in any way, shape, or form.
I think he's been downplayed massively, though. I think a lot of the talk has been around Liverpool must, given obviously the summer signings, the spend, the players brought in. Arsenal must, because they went out of the way and bought, their number 9 or their striker that they were so desperately in need of. And City's team just seemed to be in transition, really, with no real expectation that they'd be pushing for the Premier League title or even in the Champions League. But all of a sudden, City now 4 points behind Arsenal. Everybody played the same amount of games, but the momentum seems to be with City in a sense that they just went and beat Liverpool in completely dominant fashion. I know Liverpool.
We do this every time, man. We're not doing this.
But they didn't. They didn't package us. No, they didn't. They didn't package Liverpool.
Nah, we're not doing this, man. Man City are shit. My club's doing shit. Man City have the momentum because they beat my. We're not doing this. Like,
so what are we doing then? You tell me.
All of you, man, find it so difficult to just say, I think it's Arsenal's. You man find it so getting you man to just say, oh, you know what? Yeah, I think it's Arsenal's. Is like trying to get blood out of a stone. Blood. It's like saying a prayer to the Most High and trying to get him to talk back to you, bro. Like this is how difficult it is for you, man. Like, and you, man, are the most shameless people on the planet because you, man, would rather City man come from behind and win the thing than Arsenal, bro. Like, you, man, are the most shameless people on the planet. And then now I'm gonna have to sit here for an hour and
I'm gonna gun to your head. You pulled up voluntarily to get me to support the man. Them. Don't do it like that. Don't make it out like that.
I'm gonna have to sit here for an hour where it's basically 1, 2, 3, 4. Flawless is here now as well. Let's make it 6 versus 1 because I'm gonna be the only one here.
Whoa! What's going on?
I don't know Flawless.
What was he walked into?
I'm the only one that's gonna be talking with bass for Arsenal. So you know what? It's YouTube. Let's do it. Hey, let's do it, man. Yeah. Oh, Man City are better sick. Oh, they're bare nang. Like, they got the momentum. Oh, because they beat Liverpool. Oh, bare nang. Yeah, sick, cold.
So you telling me now, Hooks, are you based? No.
I wrote off everyone from the beginning. That includes Man City. You get me? So,
but are you not worried that what City are doing is it not giving you any sort of PTSD flashbacks? Nothing.
They've been beating up teams that they should be beating up, bro. Like, you man are awful at the moment. If them man didn't punch you up at home when you man are awful, then really, why is Pep even there? Why is Pep there? Like, why is he even there if he can't punch you man up at the Etihad when you man are awful? You man are horrible. Obviously, big up all the man know that I like Liverpool. Yeah. So I don't want any of the Liverpool fans in the chat or that watch this back thinking that I'm an enemy of the state. I'm not enemy of the state. You get me? I like Liverpool. You like Arsenal of the North. You know, you get me? You had John Barnes. I had Ian Wright. You get me? So, but you man are tired at the moment. You man are getting slumped by a man that you shouldn't be getting slumped by. You man spent $750 million.
Wait, when did
we're not doing that. We're not doing that. That's some mad currency conversions that you come in with.
You might as well use yen, fella. You might as well.
Yeah, 1,000 billion rupees and that, isn't it? You know?
Use Zimbabwean dollars while you're at it, lad. Yeah, use Zimbabwean dollars. That way you can get the 100 trillions in. Yeah, just do it.
I mean, I'm allowed to use dollars because I'm American and I have a passport in it. So I would appreciate it if you man, you know, that you get me, keep that, not like in American thing over there. I use dollars is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But you man spend a lot of money. You man signed our Verts, best 10 in the world, or Isak, best striker in the world. Where are you, man? What, 8th? 7th?
Well, that's what we need to talk about. So, Hooks, while you mentioned that Liverpool do currently sit 8th, we can't hide from it. The table doesn't lie. Earlier in the week, man like Matt, if you haven't already seen, he put out a really special stream. Really, it was a bit of a bit of a landmark stream in the Liverpool space, anyway, in terms of Liverpool YouTube. A lot of prominent. I know. A lot of prominent YouTubers, some not all were included, but there was a lot of recognizable faces in there. Ends, obviously, you was in the chat earlier in the week and part of that conversation. Where do you stand? Because I wanted to obviously have the conversation with you so you could unpack it in a little bit more detail. But currently with Slot, he's got his team sitting in 8th, obviously on the back of a really big defeat to Manchester City. And the season seems like it's in balance, especially from the Liverpool fan base's perspective. I just kind of want you to articulate in your own way where you think Liverpool will be going coming back from the international break.
Bro, it's a tough one. I'm not even going to lie to you because all the games after the international break, you've got Forest in there. I think there's Sunderland, Leeds. And then we've got the Champions League game, West Ham, PSV in there as well. So you're looking at teams that we should be beating based on the squad that we have and what we did last season. But I can't trust that we're going to find a solution to win these games because every time we find a way to win football matches, we seem to just revert back to type and go back to this open play, no midfield, defenders defend on their own situation. So I honestly, I don't know. The teams are there to be beaten, but I don't know if we're going to... This international break is a good thing for the manager and good thing for the players because I'm watching Ekitike going away and cooking. Kirkes is doing well. Soboslai putting another unreal performance again. But when they come back and put the red jersey on with the Liverbird on their chest, are we getting the same players? I don't know. So my honest opinion, bro, in terms of coming back, can we win the games? We should. Will we win the games? I honestly don't know, man. Honestly, because I've seen us cook Real Madrid. We beat Aston Villa comfortably. Man City put us through the sort. I don't even know what we did in that game. It just looked all over the place. I don't even know what shape formation. Go on, sorry.
While just on that, just a dead quick one, lads. Was any of the lads that aren't Liverpool fans, was you surprised how easily City dealt with Liverpool the other week?
Not really. Yeah, go on. I'll let you go, bro.
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna go myself up there, man. I was gonna lie to you, Errol, man. I was gonna lie to you and be like, nah, I wasn't kind of expecting. I swear on my life. I swear.
He cares enough about us to lie to spare our feelings. And
it is.
Yeah, of course, man.
I love that about him.
Greg, you see, you and Errol, 100%. You see, if Ends would have asked it, do you want to end of the world? You know what I'm saying? If Ends at the end of the world, you two, yes. Ends, absolutely not. No.
I was surprised.
Do you know what? I thought we would have won the game based around the midfield because I looked no Rodri in there. Obviously, they had Nico, they had Bernardo in there and Foden. But I thought, we would have enough in terms of if we're looking at the Premier League and everyone's telling me this power and pace and whatever, I'm like, okay, we got some players in there. We can get around and they're quick, stronger players in there, but we couldn't even get close to their players, honestly. And that's what. And this difference is movement, passing the ball and movement. That was it. It weren't like any special skills or any special ability. They just passed the move. You didn't know where they were going to be. And the only person, and Soboslai obviously got a bit vexed at the end because he just shoulder barge folded to the floor. But he's like, bro, I'm the only one running around here, and the rest of the guys are standing still. So I don't know, man. I don't know where we go from here. But it's just like Liverpool to come back and smoke everyone, or it's just like Liverpool to come back and can't win a game of football. Like, that's just where we are at the moment in the season. Well, we got 6 wins and 5 losses or something like that so far.
Yeah, it doesn't make for good reading. Adam, you had a bit of a catch up yesterday. I know, because the last time you even made the point to say the last time you was on the Red Cartel, Liverpool had just gone 5 games from 5, and everything was looking all sunny and roses. What a complete reverse of fortunes we've had. But I liked some of the comments that you kind of touched on yesterday when we was having a bit of a discussion about it. Yeah. Do you think it is Liverpool, or not necessarily Liverpool football club, but do you think Liverpool fans should be at panic stations at this particular moment in time?
Look, I don't think it's panic stations, but it's not gone as the way it's scripted, wasn't it? You know, in the summer, it's easy to get sort of carried over, or letting the champions sort of tag over spill to the following season. Quite rightly and all, you know what I mean? You're Premier League champions. And then seeing the way you were dealing with it in the summer, you're acting the way you should have. Let's just get that absolutely right. You acted the way you should have. You won the Premier League and then you spent a lot of money. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, it's sort of scenario-based happen that you've made, 5 or 6 first-team sort of signings and it just hasn't quite sort of ticked on. So you've let Trent go. That was always going to be a big hole to fill. And I've been one of them people that said the Frimpong signing was good signing. I genuinely believe that. I didn't think he was going to be as good or better than Trent. Do you know what I mean? I don't think anyone did. That's some big old shoes to fill, you know. But I thought it'd be a decent signing. But what we sort of didn't sort of focus on was how much maybe you'd miss Trent. And not only just that, how much the signings that have come in haven't quite lived up to it. So me and you were talking about, weren't we, when we was going back and forth in terms of your defence. So you've had Alisson out with a bit of injury. That's just is what it is. That just happens sometimes. And then you've got your centre-backs. And I don't know whether I said to you or said to someone else, you've got almost like a number 1 centre-back in most teams and then a number 2. So your number 1 for the last few years, obviously, has been Virgil van Dijk, yeah? He's been unbelievable. And a Virgil van Dijk, especially a peak superpowers Virgil van Dijk, will make anyone on his right-hand side play better, another centre-back. Whether it be Kanate, Joe Gomez, whoever. When Virgil van Dijk, and I'm not saying he's finished by any stretch of the imagination whatsoever, but when he's not at his best, or maybe we're seeing, because age is going to get you, whether we like it or not, whether we're seeing a slight decline in him, then it makes the centre-back not as good as a fully fit Van Dijk with all his superpowers. All of a sudden then you've got a Van Dijk that isn't as good, then his centre-back partnership isn't as good. Then all of a sudden you've got Kirkes on the left and Frimpong on the right. They haven't really quite settled in. So all of a sudden, you've got an injured goalkeeper and then a 4 in front of him. It's all just seemed quite disjointed. And when I looked at the amount you'd conceded, 17, that's not good. That's not a good amount to be conceding. And that's where you're losing the games, you know.
If I was to ask you from outside looking in, then Alan, do you think more of the blame at this point in time needs to be apportioned to the players not delivering on the pitch? Or do you look at the manager that's sending the players out there?
Look, I'm going to answer it easily. It may be a bit of a cop-out, no pun intended, answer. It's probably a bit both, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It just probably a bit is Klopp. Klopp. So on his slot, just ain't slotting, is he? You know, some of the things he weren't doing ain't sort of kind of happening. And also the players. Look, you've signed, as I said, in the defence, 50% of your backline is new. You've signed Verts, that ain't working. You know, Isak ain't quite hit it yet. Ekatike, not too bad. But you're thinking the other 4 are supposed to be first teamers, which is a high portion of your starting lineup. Also, by the way, if you're going to sort of change that sort of amount of the players, you kind of need some of them to be hitting the ground running. Only having Ekatike really hitting the ground running isn't good enough. You needed maybe at least 1 or 2 of Florian Wirtz, and one of the wing backs to have made it. Do you know what I mean? To have got the ground running. But the fact that none of them really have started that well, the fact that 4 of the 5 of them really haven't, it's sort of flown through your team. Couple that with an injury to Alisson, couple that with Van Dijk and Salah not having their best seasons for whatever reason, whether it be age, whether it be decline, whether it just be an off season, for whatever reason, when you start throwing that in there, you're seeing holes all across the Liverpool side. You're seeing a real leaky, disjointed defence. You're seeing a Florian Wirtz who hasn't just quite got it running yet. So maybe is that destabilising the midfield a little bit? All of a sudden, you've got your strike force that ain't quite happening. Mo Salah's lost a bit of his superpowers. It's been a bit of a tricky one, to decipher for you boys. I was one of them people. I put my hands up that would have gone, wow, yeah, man, 5 games and 5 last time I was on it. I thought, wow, Liverpool are going to run away with this. But maybe in a little bit of hindsight, you were probably, given the hindsight, probably a little bit lucky that you got as many points as you did in them first 5 games, given how poorly you played in the 5 or 6 that followed it. It's been a bit of a funny one, but look. When you make such big signings, expensive signings, the pressure's on. I think if you can get away, and this is what we said, and if you could get away with nicking a cup and just getting your Champions League status and getting all of your players embedded into the way Liverpool plans so they can, I'm not saying right off this season, I never would, but if you can nick a cup, get into the Champions League and start getting afresh with a Kirkez and Frimpong ready to go properly next season. Do you know what I mean? And Florian Wirtz has finally found his. Do you see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
You see where I'm coming from. I'm not saying sack the season off. I'm really, really not. But sometimes I think these boys are just going to need a little bit longer than all you boys probably thought they would. You know?
No.
All right, go on. Have your 2 pence then. Go on, tell us. Talk to us.
Who is this brother above me? Why? I don't ever. Arsenal do less every transfer window. I never had this level of context,
bro. Facts.
Never. Oh my! But are you a Liverpool fan? Cause you don't talk about Arsenal in this way.
What's that?
Asked about Liverpool.
I literally do exactly talking Arsenal in exactly the same way. You just don't listen to a lot of my content. That's what it is.
Arsenal get shit. So dead. Not good enough. Dead. Shit. Out.
All them things are true though. Looks
I Flawless. I know you finally won multiple games in a row, but let's relax.
Don't act like I wasn't telling you this from the beginning, Hooks. Don't do that. I've been talking to you like this from the very, very beginning, Hooks.
Man United,
Don't act like our form, bad form, good form, great form. Still don't change my opinion on Arsenal. You know what I'm saying? You lot still got to go win.
Are we still dead, Flawless? We still dead?
Who? Arsenal, I never called you dead. I've never said Arsenal are dead.
Okay. I just check.
You know that. Yeah, I've never said that. You know this. Go on,
concentrate, Hooks. Concentrate.
Well, I mean, it's hard to concentrate when I'm getting pulled from the left to the right. You get me? But
I was just in agreement with what you were saying. That's all.
Oh,
you said these things about Arsenal. I was agreeing. I was like, yeah, you spot on.
My brother.
My
brother. So by the way, if Arsenal ever dared to spend $750 million in one window,
it's not
it's not just Arsenal books.
And we will say, if Man United ever did dare do that, oh my, it would be mad, didn't it? So I'm just saying, it's okay sometimes to call a spade, yeah. And at the moment, you man are shit. That's all it really is. Like you're just crap. Like and it's okay, it's fine because you're not going to be crap forever. Yeah, you're probably going to be crap for maybe another month or so. Then people will start having conversations. By the way, do you know how much we're paying you? Salah, 400k. What's really going on? And then they'll wake up, and then you'll start doing things. But I just want to throw it out there. You're not winning the league. Like that shit.
Oh really? Oh goodness.
That shit.
It's revelation. It's a revelation. That comment.
Greg, you know,
Thanks for breaking it.
I literally just watched Greg's heart shatter then, man. I've never seen that live before.
Yeah, Greg, you know you're my bro, but obviously I felt like Aaron was gaslighting you, man, a bit, and I was seeing a lot of smiles, and I thought you guys
just telling how it is.
I was smiling because he was spitting facts,
Yeah.
bro. That's why we were smiling, because he was talking the truth.
Oh,
I
talking the
said
truth.
that to Errol backstage, not backstage, on
talking the
text
truth,
yesterday.
bro.
A similar thing what I was saying to her.
You know, no, but I've been saying some of the same stuff on Twitter. Like, I've been saying, you know what, like, maybe this season's a wrap and next season we go out and do it all, and this season is just a case of you nick an FA Cup on the way and get to like the quarters of the Champo, and just it is what it is, lad. Do you know what I mean? That's like, I've been saying that for a fair bit of time now. That's it. We obviously know what's on next season.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Liverpool fans aren't trying to hear that in this moment.
Nah,
I still think to me, there's a world where we can almost at this point now have to play with the hand we've been dealt. So even though we did all the prep in the summer, we brought in the players and we had expectations. Your expectations can be reassessed in the process of a season. At that point, I don't like to put like too much emphasis on, well, the league. It's got to be the league, when there could be more realistic routes to silverware. But in the same time, it doesn't necessarily mean that we down tools in the league. We just have to use the league as a different exercise than what we've been accustomed to. Yeah,
we're going to do it Tottenham. We're going to finish 17th and win the Champions League, man. We're going to do it Tottenham.
That 17th is crazy.
And I'm not saying it has to be. I'm not. But again, like what Manchester United did last season. What I'll say is Manchester United forewent the form of the Premier League in pursuit of the Europa League, and they fell short of doing that. I don't think Liverpool are in the same level of circumstance where it's that dire, but I think we could use the Premier League to find the balance in our form, because I think it's going to be up and down in the Prem. I think we'll have some good performances. I think we'll have some really below par performances, but over the course of the 38 games, it should balance itself out, and we should do decent enough. But we should use that as the springboard for a competition like the Champions League. And that's kind of where my mentality shifted to. I don't know if that's right or wrong. Let me ask Shells, because obviously I've just spoke about United and what you did last season. Do you see any sense or logic in what I'm saying, or am I bottling it already at this point?
No, you're not bottling it. You're being realistic with where your club's at the moment. You've lost 5 games in the Premier League, yeah? Let's be real. If you lose, I think you can only afford to lose 5 or 6 anyway. Otherwise, you're not going to win the league. So, again, yes, you spent 500 million. Yes, you deserve corn for that. But also, like you said, you can readjust your expectations. Do you get what I'm saying? You can use the league, not saying you need to cop out the league. You can still get your top 4 and use it as a platform for confidence and bases and resting and whatever to go and win different competitions, because that's what Liverpool got to do right now. You still have 3 trophies you're in, right? You're in the two
FA Cup and Champions League.
There you go. So that's your next objective now. You got to go and fight for those titles, because like I said, I just feel like you're too far behind in the league. You're not gonna win the league now, losing 5 games. But it's true though. This is where you're at. You have to readjust your expectations, bro. It hasn't worked out, and that's what. Going back to Aaron's point, you signed 5 players and only one's hit the ground running so far, and then even then you've disrupted him, bringing in Isak. All of a sudden he's gone to the bench. So you got to figure out a formula. I want to say just one thing to Pan, because I'm having the same thing on my channel. Is just like, if this continues, what does it take for Slot to possibly there be a change? Because guys, you lost 6 in the league.
I'm gonna end be the guy to kind of put out
do
there.
You know what? I'm not gonna side with Hooks here, but I know he wants us to hold standards in it. I know that's where his mindset is at. He wants Liverpool to hold corner and hold standards. I'm not gonna disagree with in terms of what you said about losing, 5 games, 6 games. That's the most you can probably lose and still win a Premier League title. We've lost 5. But I'm not lowering our standards like that. We just won the league and improved the squad. I get what Errol's saying in terms of the hands we've dealt now in terms of where we are and how we're playing. I would agree in terms of going after the other trophies, forgetting the Premier League, and then kind of reassess and go again next season if I could see a direction. So back to your question around the manager, I can't see the direction to go, you know what? It's not what we wanted to do this season in terms of winning the title and retaining it, but I can see a direction we're going. I can't see the direction. So I can't just throw the league away and go, yo, that's okay doing that. not only after the money we spent, but also the players that we got in our squad. We have to hold somewhat of a standard within our team. And then if like, for an example, if we had 6, 7, 8 players injured, I'll be like, what can we do? Like, even with the money spent.
Yeah, but even after the 2020,
that.
even after the 2020 season, when we won it, 2021, 2021
season,
we were still competitive up until the point.
Yeah, we were top in January.
Like, I had conversations in my own mind the other day. We're like, we could genuinely be on paper, and I'd rather own it as a Liverpool fan, by the way. I'm not trying to let all these other fans flex on us. We could be the worst reigning champions of all time in the Premier League, and we might have to wave that flag sooner or later at some point this season. It's not going to.
Errol, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Can I ask the guys, like the opposition rivals, whatever word we want to use?
Of course.
Can you guys tell me? Can you guys? Of course, you want to answer the question. You guys tell me.
You said ask us a question.
Can you guys tell me how like slot football is, or Liverpool football? Can you tell me like what you guys look at our team and go, that's Liverpool? Like what could you define or say a word? Or if you guys can tell me, then I won't have nothing else to say, because you guys watch our games as well. I know that. Tell me, rivals. You tell me what's what
is Liverpool's style of play currently?
I'm not gonna lie,
I don't know, bro. I can't lie, and this is my point with a slot, because every on the club, I identify Liverpool straight away. You know what you're gonna get with this Liverpool side. I don't know what Liverpool I'm gonna get. Like, are you a pressing team? Are you a possession team? Like, what are you currently doing? I don't understand it. Like, that performance against Man City just.
Bro, that answers the question, because I watch every game, I watch every press conference, I watch every insider training, I watch every interview outside of, and I don't even get it.
Do you think as well with some of the new signings coming in as well, it might have sort of taken away some of the identity a little bit? Because you think Slot was his first season last season, yeah? So you're always going to have a lot of Klopp in there. And I always sort of looked at you guys last season as thinking, it's like a Klopp team, but a bit more measured, a bit more, you know what I mean? It's not just all one way rock and roll as he used to play. It's a little bit handbrake sort of version, wasn't it? A little bit more measured, like, you know,
the auto stop and start.
Yeah, sort of that. Yeah, it was a lot more measured. Whereas this sort of season, he's got that. He's got a few players that he signed up to new contracts. Fair enough. He's lost one or two sort of players. Obviously, with Trent again, a real big sort of crucial player in there. Trent can do things that right backs can't do. You know, the long field crossing on a sixpence. Do you know what I mean? The balls, the set pieces, everything like that. It's virtually irreplaceable. So it's a big part of your team you lost. Couple that with a lot of players that have come in. It's probably a new identity. And yeah, you're right. Slot's probably sat there and thought, well, it's quite easy for me to come in and sit with Jurgen Klopp's team, rather. I'll speak English in a second. Do you know what I mean? And sort of be able to sort of manage that. But now he's sort of got to do it all on his own, find that new identity. And the fact that the players, like I said sort of previously, haven't come in and hit the ground running, it's been a little bit of hard work for him. I don't really think he knows that well. It's right. This season I'm looking and thinking, what are you this year?
Can I say one more in terms of the new players coming in?
Yeah. 1 minute. Go on,
just quickly, do you know his press conferences as well? Like when he says, I expected them to play this way, so that's why we lost, or Like generally, I know you take press conferences with a pinch of salt, but like, bro, he is like, he's generally looking dumb in these press conferences. It's like, why are you even saying these things? Again, you take these things with a pinch of salt, but he said this twice now. Do you get what I mean? So it's like there's certain he kind of believes, you kind of have to believe what he's saying now. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I'm worried about. When I ask Liverpool fans, it's not me trying to run an agenda, and I'm genuinely asking, if this continues, considering where you've come from and your standards to what you was, I thought you was going to win leagues on leagues now. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's what we all, bro. And again, it's not even like a gaslighting thing. I think we genuinely.
I swear to you,
no, I know you're not. I know you, but like, I think from even a Liverpool fan, we've seen all the hallmarks, or we was making the right signs. We were seeing all the green flags that were indicating to us, if Liverpool continue the moves that we've done off the field, on the field, that is going to be quite likely. We are going to win multiple Premier Leagues in the next couple of years. We are going to push for a little bit of dominance or multiple competitions. And all of a sudden, even though we've brought all of that in real time now, a lot of it's unraveling. And I'm like, how much longer can, as a sliding scale, can this poor run of form continue before big, serious questions need to be asked from the people above Arne Slot? Flawless, you've been quiet. You've been listening to what people have been saying. Do you think we're reacting too wildly at this moment in time, or do you think we've got real reason to be concerned?
Yeah, there's no reacting wildly. You lot went on your worst running over 123 years. This is the time to react wildly. Like, what are we doing? Like, yes, if you weren't reacting wildly, I'd be looking at you, man, funny. Like, how are you not reacting wildly? How are you comfortable with it? So, yes, something has to happen because it's one thing going wrong for Liverpool, but this is catastrophic. This is saying, like, if you said to a rival, all right, you can wish the worst for Liverpool go. Like, this is how it goes. It's not like you lot are 4 points off the top of the league and have lost a couple games you didn't expect to lose. Like, you might lose in, 7 in the last 10 you lot have lost. Something like that.
Yeah.
Like,
yes,
losing games,
exactly that.
left, right, and center. Not only you lot losing games, like, the performances also look terrible. Enns just had said it there when he asked the question, what is our style of play? What do we look like? And it's not like there's multiple individuals playing well, and then you can point to, all right, there's only a couple players playing badly. Not only are your new signings playing badly, the old guard are playing badly as well. The reliable ones, your Van Dijks and your Salahs. Because even when you lot have had previous seasons where you haven't been up to par, Salah still scored goals. Van Dijk still played to a certain level. And that has completely disappeared. So that's how, so I don't think you're going over the top. Now, the question is, when does it end? Like, when does the manager go? Because you have to start, even if you're not slot out, you have to start having those conversations because this can't continue. Can't lose 7 of the next 10. And your run after the international break on paper is favorable. So if he doesn't pick up wins then in your next 5, it's like, all right, because you've gone through the tough run. Granted, you beat Villa, beat Real Madrid, lost to Manchester City. The league, you would still, don't throw it away. You'd still look, and because of how bad the league is, you lot ain't far off top 4 now anyway. So you go and say, all right, try finish top 4, Champions League, but you have to get some form of form together. Performances have to. If you ain't gonna win the Champions League,
I think that's the biggest one for me, really. There, maybe you said it's the level of performances that we've got to start seeing now, because there's ways to lose games, but if your lads turn up and they'd absolutely give it their all and they've put it in and they can walk away with the pitch, their head held high. You look at it and think, the better team might have just won on a day, or you know what, there's been a dodgy call or whatever it is, and you can live with it.
It's very alarming, your performances, even outside of the results. Yeah,
the lack of the application, and as you say there, the performance all round has been shocking. And like I said the other week, look, I haven't even done this show a year. When I started doing this show, Liverpool were on the way to win a Premier League title. So I was like, well, we're set in stone for a minute. I can run a show with the odds. And we can start firing shots at them. And it's just going to be all lovely for a period of time. Not even 12 months later, it's Liverpool that are at the bottom of all of these conversations. And we're having
Civil War streams in that. It's crazy. You know, having Civil War streams in the airport. I was like, this is beautiful. because it was so unexpected. Like, it's one thing going into a season, you're like, all right, this team's bad. They're going to perform bad. This was supposed to be the start of the dynasty. You lot I did very well.
As Kat says, I had a 5-year plan for the show.
You lot had signed Isak, you lot had signed Kirkes, you lot had got Frimpong, you got Wirtz added to what you already had, and you go, all right, City are not going to be right. We don't know about Arsenal, etc. This is now your time to kick on and go win back-to-back and go win 3 league titles in 4 years. Also go and continue to compete in the Champions League as well. And we're talking about quads. It's mad.
Yeah. Well, I think we can all agree that Liverpool are muddled at this moment.
Am I lying? Like, not necessarily you, man. But people
don't get involved, man. Leave me alone, man.
Talking about quads,
leave me alone, bro. I ain't saying that.
I know you know, man. Some of your man them were talking about.
Yeah, we was talking crazy. I understand why, to be fair.
But let's just, because I thought you lot were gonna walk the league. I'm not gonna lie. I thought you lot were gonna do it.
Let's just switch the gears a little bit and start to look at the Manchester United lads, because I think it's probably fair to say Amorim's job at this moment in time is probably the safest it's been since he's walked into the club. Is that a wild thing to say, or is that fairly reasonable?
Do we have to do this, Errol?
Well, I want to know. Yes, we do, because I'm not spending an hour just on us. I've got to spread it across the board. So I'm just looking at it from a United fan now. It's an opportunity for even maybe United and Arsenal. How are you reviewing both of your seasons this far? Is it going the way that you were expecting? Or are you underwhelmed? Or do you think there is opportunities now where maybe at the start of the season, the opportunities hadn't yet presented themselves? I'll go with the Man United lads first, and then we will circle round to Arsenal.
Shells.
Oh, now you want to be quiet.
You're on mute, brother.
You're on mute, Shell.
Okay. I'll let him off. You're on mute.
I hear it, Shells, man. I want to talk about either Shells. I hear it, man.
My bad. Flawless, you want to go first? You want me to go, bro?
Nah, he asked you. Errol asked you.
Why are you man scared to talk about United? Speak.
I got you. Manning, no, Manning, before you go, ends. It's not that I'm scared. I just genuinely just don't want to. This is different. That's what it is. It's not being scared.
Honestly, you know what it is? It's just the whole manager thing, innit? I think at the end of the day, going back to your point, Errol, or your question, should I say, this is the safest he's been, because this is the most he's achieved since he's been here. So we can only go off that. My problem is with United at the moment is that I feel like, yes, we've been better in the last 5 games, but it's like that don't eradicate what's happening in the 30 games before that. Do you get what I'm saying? Also, within these 5 games, there's still stuff that we need to work on and we need to improve. And I feel like under a different manager, we could still have more points in these 5 games that we've won too. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at his in-game management and his substitutions, and that's the most worrying thing for me. And also, obviously, I have my opinion on the system and stuff. I just feel like, yes, there's been a transition in terms of how we set up. A lot of the time at home, we set up in a 4-4-2, but there's still issues within this system that I'm seeing, and that's concerning me, such as bypassing the midfield, making substitutions of the centre backs, and obviously our biggest talent out of the academy being on the bench and possibly moving on. So for me, there's so much stuff going on still. Yes, his job is safe right now because our standards have dropped as a club, and also this is in his best form. But I'm looking at the rest of the league with all the people and all the clubs that are currently in transition and whatever's going on. United should be right up there in terms of looking at European places. Outside of Arsenal and City,
it's up for grabs.
It's up for grabs. So I expect United to be competing on those fronts, but I'm not sure the manager, especially the way he sets up and his in-game substitutions and how we manage the game. I also feel like we don't have the mentality as well to go and kill games. We got 1-0 and then it's just, let's go and sit back. This ain't Man United, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? I'd rather us go and concede goals attacking. So this is the stuff that we need to fix. Do you get what I'm saying? KJ, I'm not hearing it from you, bro. I'm not hearing it from you, innit? We're gonna do United therapy anyway. Your time is coming, bro. Don't worry.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Flawless, do you have anything to add to that? Or
in regards to it, because you mentioned there, is this the safest his job's ever been? And what Shell says is spot on. Yes, because this is the most quote unquote success he's had. Like, and I use quotation marks when I say that. So yeah, it is. I'm not surprised by what I've seen overall in the season. No, the last 5 games has in terms of the results. Someone would have told me out of Sunderland, Spurs away. Who was it? Sunderland away, Liverpool away, Brighton at home, Forest away, and Spurs away. We get 13 from 15. I would have said no chance. And that's a great, on paper, fantastic. From a results perspective. But Charles mentioned it about certain in-game management, and it's like, I mentioned it with Liverpool about the performances, and I'm the same with my own club as well. Man's fair across the board. I don't critique the rival even more so because it's the rival and it's funny and to run jokes. It's like, no, our performances haven't been up to scratch, and that's where my issue lies. Brighton and Liverpool, very good performance. Even if we drop points in those games, I look at the performances and go, all right, there's something there. Forest and Spurs, we were horrible. We was terrible. But because we drew the games and because it's a better run than people expected, it's like, all right, it's 2 undefeated. How you go to Spurs who are awful at home? Spurs have been awful at home all season long. We had 4 shots the entire game. We had 2 on target. One of those was the last minute winner. Like, what is a last minute equalizer? Sorry. Like, what's going on? And we don't look like scoring.
Flawless as well, yeah. On that point, Chelsea, we just seen Chelsea go to Spurs. Are Chelsea's attacking options better than United's? No. I've just seen them go and absolutely smoke. So why can't United go and apply? This is the stuff that I have worries about. But going off your point, yeah, the last 5 games, of course, it's looking better, it's improved, but there's still within that stuff, there's loads of context. We know in the first half, I think we're second in the table in terms of results, in terms of winning 1-0. Second half, we're 18th. This tells me the manager is getting his substitutions wrong. He's lacking in-game management. United are.
I didn't know that.
don't know how to manage the game. Yeah, it's true, bro. It's all there. And
I
also,
believe you. That's a good one. Yeah. I'm
also the fact is as well, yes, the bench may not be as quality, but he's not utilizing it. You can't expect a bench player 20 minutes, give him 20. They need some rhythm as well. So this is my concerns. Yes, it's looking better at the moment. It's the safest it's ever been, but there's concerns within what's going on within them 5 games. But our next 10, we've had I think the hardest start to the season. The next 10 games is going to say a lot. We've got teams where we have to go and attack them rather than sitting back doing do you know what I mean? So that's games where we struggle. So let's see. The next 10 games will tell us a lot about Ruben Amorim and where Man United are at.
Okay, I think to me, it's already known because you mentioned it to the original question as well, Errol, about are you surprised by what you're seeing? No, I know this manager's rubbish. I know he's terrible. So it's not a surprise what's going on. They wrote off. I already said this. Our ownership wrote off the season before the season started. We ain't doing nothing. Or why don't you think United can finish Europe?
At the time of recording, out of the 3 managers who, if I asked you to rank them, where would you rank the 3 managers? And this is a question for all of us right now. Where would you rank the 3 managers that we've got? Because I'll still put Pep at the front. And like Pep's living rent free in my head at this moment in time. I know Hooks don't want to hear it, but I still feel like he is the benchmark.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, Pep's still the best manager in the league.
Yeah, by far. Out of our 3 managers, though, who's there or thereabouts? If you had to rank them,
wait, where there or thereabouts to where?
In terms of like being a quality manager.
Exactly what KJ said in the chat. I think it's Pep, Slot, Mikel, and then Amorim.
So let me ask you, Arsenal fans and Liverpool fans, who's better, Slot or Amorim? Slot or Arteta?
Slot is won the Premier League, isn't he?
Yeah, you've got to go. That he's won the league. Or people are going to say, "Oh, it's a Farmers League in Holland." He still won a league title, and then he come to the Premier League and won the league title. You know, it's you can't really knock a geezer that's done that, can you? It's fairly obvious. I know some Arsenal fans might go, "Yeah, but this and all that," and add context to the 5 or 6 years that Mikel Arteta's been here. But the very fact of the matter is, man, he hasn't got that Premier League trophy, and Slot has. You know, it's hard to argue with that. That's what the game is all about, essentially. If someone like me pays 1,500-1,600 quid for my season ticket, do I go to watch good football? Yes. Do I go to socialise with other people that I know there? Of course I do. That's a small part of it, but I pay that money to invest in the team that I want to see lift the trophy at the end of it. And, you know, Slots lifted the big one. Mikel Arteta, yet to do that, man. So, yeah, for that reason alone. Yeah, he's got to have
then if Mikel wins it, then you can have a different conversation.
Well, I reckon. Yeah, absolutely. Then I think there is more of an open.
We can't do the recency bias thing, even though Slot's managing absolutely terribly at this moment in time. Outside of this 3 months, he's been successful. He was successful here in his first season. He was successful over in the Netherlands as well. And they started managing at the same time. You can't even hit the experience thing.
And if we turned up as well, we could have probably won the double last season. We turned up in that cup final.
I'm gonna ask Hooks this though, because Hooks has been very quiet. I just want to see what we've got a general consensus, or is somebody prepared to cast a slightly different vote? Hooks.
By the way, Slot and Arteta didn't start coaching at the same time, so I just throw that one out there. But
no, he did. They started managing at the same time.
No, Slot was a coach in 2016.
I'm talking about managing a team. He was managing. They started managing at the same time, the same year.
Yeah.
Well, we're doing semantics because he was the interim head coach of the team.
But so was Arteta. Arteta was a coach as well at City, bro. So
I'm talking about managing.
No, head coach. He was the interim head coach of a team. So he actually started being.
Was it not the same? Was it not the same year?
No, Arteta wasn't a manager till 2019, November at that. So
okay, and
that's neither here nor there. I mean, I have a question though. Like, what? So,
what? Can you answer my question before you ask yours?
If Arteta wins the league, then what does he all of a sudden just become an amazing manager?
Better manager.
He becomes a better manager.
He raises up the rankings. Yeah, if you win a league title, that raises your stock. Same way Slot winning a league title raised his stock. Yes.
No. I mean, like, you can view it like, I mean, cool, accolades wise, yeah, cool, whatever. Well, it is what it is, isn't it? But I'm talking about as a manager. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, does he change? Does Arteta change as a manager?
Yes.
Yeah.
How does
he look like a winner?
Because I don't think he can get over the line. That's why.
Just like players change when they win something, don't they? You know, you see a different sort of player sometimes. They're hungrier. They grow up. They become men, don't they? You know, when you win something, you change, and that's what
if Arteta was to win the league this season, like
there would be a fantastic case to say about put him up there in that lower bracket.
No, but he won the league doing what he's been doing. This is what I don't understand. Like he would have won the league doing what he's been doing, which you man think makes him not better than Slot. So
no, this would have been the best season he's had if he wins the league this season.
No, but he's not tactically changed.
He would have had to though. He would have.
So you don't think Arteta's performing at Hooks? You don't think Arteta's performing at a better level now currently than he was last season?
Last season, we wasn't necessarily doing anything different. We just didn't have the depth of player that we have now.
Not the difference. Yeah. Do you think Arteta's managing at a better level currently right now?
Managing at a better level. I don't like the only
thing.
You can't
say that you don't think he is.
The only thing that I've noticed that he's doing a lot better this season is his in-game management.
So that's an improvement. That's an improvement.
That's a massive improvement.
It's not so vast of an improvement.
It is vast. That's what you know what? That is a key thing that separates managers is in-game management. That's one of the key things in football.
If he wins the league this season, does he then become better than Slot?
There's a conversation.
You can have a conversation and you weigh up. You can weigh up stuff.
Depending on what Slot does. If Slot gets kicked out, if they continue, if they lose 7 in their next 10 and he gets sacked,
don't qualify for Champions League. We don't get out of the group stages.
If Slot finishes 3rd and Liverpool reach the Champions League semi-final from this stage and then get knocked out unluckily to a PSG, it's all variables. But why are we acting like accolades don't matter? Yes, wins the league will step up. Yeah,
me personally, I don't know, I'm looking at a lot of the discourse from Liverpool fans, and a common theme has been they don't know what their manager's doing. They don't know what their manager's trying to. That's a coaching issue. If you can sit there over a period of time and say that I don't know what my manager's trying to. I've never had that thought with. I've always known what Arteta's trying to do. So and that's coaching. So obviously, you man just believe that a brother can come and win 1 Premier League and then that trumps.
No, because Arteta came when he first played, he was attacking and he went defensive.
No. When
there's no way you could have said what he was doing. He attacked the first season, second season he defended, and then the third season he tried to do a bit of both.
When he first came to Arsenal, he was defensive. When he first came to Arsenal, we had the back three. When he first came, because that's the players
pragmatic, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was pragmatic because that's the players he had available to him. He adapted to what was his surroundings, but you could always tell what he was trying to work towards. Liverpool fans are sitting here saying they don't. A lot of Liverpool fans are sitting here saying, "Bun the league that he won."
Not a lot. You heard one person saying it.
He's coaching it, but you can have.
Can I just say, right? I'm sorry to cut across you. Can I just say, your manager has tried for years to try and win this league, right? And if he was that good, because now you're going to make me go on my side now. If he was that good, he would have won it by now. Our manager came in and won it in his first season. So he's better than him.
No, that's
now
unfair.
If Arteta wins it, it is fair. Because you've been trying for so long and spent a lot of money to try and win it. He spent a lot of money on all of this coaching you're talking about and finished second.
Do you know why that's unfair?
Our managers come in and spend 15 million, correct me if I'm wrong, lads. And you went and won it based on his coaching, right?
And then based on his coaching. $150 million and it's gone to compete.
No, but now you're doing the recency thing. No, but now you're doing the recency thing. That's why we said to make it fair. That's why we said to make it fair. If he wins at the end of the season, then we have a conversation. All I'm saying is, we made it fair. End of the season.
Do you know who won it?
If he wins it, conversation. Right now, he's better than him. He's got a Premier League title. When your manager's been here for how long?
Klopp won it.
How long has he been here?
That was Klopp's team.
How long has Arteta been? How long has Arteta been the manager of Arsenal?
I can do all of that.
How long has Arteta? Simple question. How long has he been here?
You know what? Yeah, you're a
simple question. It's a simple question. I'm asking.
No. You're a context, brother. I know this because
Can I ask? Can someone else ask the question?
So
Errol, you asking because you're hosting, so you ask him because he's not answering.
He makes a point. He does make a point, Hooks. He makes a point. How many years has Arteta been manager of Arsenal?
All right, but okay, this is
his 7th season.
Hey, wait,
Okay, thank you, bro. So if
do you give Arteta credit for the FA?
Like, come on, man.
Do you give Arteta credit for the FA Cup?
Do we do
Yo,
this?
Hooks,
We're gonna do this all the time.
Hooks, do you give Arteta credit for the FA Cup?
I gave him credit. You man told me it was Emery's team.
Yo, I know. I'm not saying
I gave him credit.
I didn't. Whoever said that, Hooks, you need to take that up with. I don't do all that. If a manager's managing a team and wins the league or wins the FA Cup, I give them full credit. I give Arteta full credit for that FA Cup. I give full credit for that Premier League.
So now you've answered.
I hear it.
Now you've answered, Hooks. Now you've 7 years, right? Or 6.5 years, let's say. 7 years, 6.5 years. He's been here long enough to implement what he wants to do as a coach. Yeah, because I think the conversation you want to say he's a better coach, right? He's been here long enough to implement what he wants and spend enough money, right? Arne Slot is coming off for one season.
Incorrect.
Okay, so for 1 season then. Let's say he implemented after 2 seasons.
Statement was incorrect.
How long has he been here?
About
implementing his style.
No, about spend enough money to do so. Is that?
But he has spent enough money to implement his style.
Incorrect. It's also disingenuous.
He spent enough money. Am I going crazy then? And he spent close to $1 billion, if not.
The thing is, you say he spent enough money, but then you're not looking at who has been bought.
But that's not my problem that he's decided the players that he's sanctioning.
It's not just like,
I thought he decided to get a whole team of defenders.
Are you saying the players are not good enough?
You're not looking at who A.
Okay, all right. I'm not looking at what he's done. But he's a coach.
You're not looking at how long of a time period he had to spend all this money. Like it's not that I hate to do this, but it's not like Liverpool this year can just go and spend £450 million.
I'm not going to argue with that. I'm not going to argue on that. I'm not going to argue with you on that, bro. But he's been here long enough. Bought players. He's been here long enough and bought players to win a title.
No, he hasn't.
But he hasn't. Honestly,
wait. No, are you telling me? Wait. Folks, wait. I'm going to ask you this question. Are you telling me he hasn't been at Arsenal long enough to win Arsenal a title? Is that what you just said?
Brother, when he joined Arsenal, he had never managed before in his life.
Yeah, so
he was under one of the best coaches in the world.
Wait. Obviously, other people may want to do this, and that's fine. If you don't want to look into these things, that's fine, innit? But
we will.
He only was a manager at Arsenal. He took his first job as a manager at Arsenal. That is a mental thing to do. Even Pep Guardiola started at the Barcelona B team.
Yeah, no, agreed. So that's why, even though you are there in the job, so we still hold you to the standard. Even though you shouldn't be there, Hooks. Even though you shouldn't be there, we still hold you to that standard. Should he have got the job? No. He shouldn't have got the, but we're still holding you to the standard. To say that the team hasn't been good enough and he's not been and he's not had long enough is absolutely ludicrous.
And then
you know what?
Flawless. Also as well, like cool. When he first came in, he himself made it very clear. That nothing's going to happen in 2-3 years. He himself. That's why
Willian he's going to win the Champions League after 3 seasons.
That's why all of you, man. That's why all of you, man, go around saying process and phase and all these things.
That's what he said, though.
You man say it more than him. This is the point I'm making, innit? Now,
but he said it.
Fairs. I think personally we should have won the league in 23-24. We should have. I think that's the only season where you can realistically say we should have won the league. 22-23.
Was that the 93% time?
No, that
was 22-23.
That one you should have won too.
No.
You spent 93% of the time on top of the league. You should have won.
And shouldn't have won it. That's crazy to me as well.
What are you talking about?
Flawless, that doesn't matter because the same brothers
mad.
that will say 93% are the same brothers that will tell me that the title race don't start until March, April.
Yeah,
so
again,
you talk again. We were top of the league by 7-8 points in March, April.
I can't take that up with who you've heard that from and who said that. So only me and you can have this conversation here. If you spend, if you spend 93%, the same way I wouldn't use quotes from other Arsenal fans against you. This is why I'm asking you to gauge where you're at. If you spend 93% of the time on top of the league and don't win it, something went wrong. Because the team's good enough to be on top of it for 93%. So how can you only say you should have won one? You should have won two. And that adds to the argument of him not being good enough. We don't think he's good enough.
It's fine.
Let's face it, man. Slot is the better manager, bro.
Hold on. Wait. It's not a fine margin. 93% is an absolute massive margin. It's almost 100%.
No, it's a fine margin.
93% is a massive margin. What are we talking about?
It's a fine margin, bro. Like that season, realistically, like obviously everyone's gonna have their own view on why we lost it. Me personally, Man City was too strong, and we had Saliba go out injured, and it's not just that Saliba went out injured. The backup for Saliba, Tomiyasu, was already injured. So I now have Rob Holding. Wait. I now
context,
have
Aki. Context, yeah.
No.
Aki, you're trying to come with some context, Aki.
I'm not a context guy. Bro, I get called top gooner, this, that, rubbish, all of that directional stuff because I give context, bro. I get called delusional because I give context. I don't just go, shit manager, get him out. I don't do that, innit? By the way, Rob Holding was starting in our defense, bro. I beg, can we allow it? Honestly, like
well, technically, he's a shit manager if he's been here 7 years and not won the league title.
Can we allow it?
No,
you know what? Yeah,
so one player is that detrimental. So that's what we're saying. Is one player.
Technically, he's a shit manager, right? He's been here 7 years and spent over $1 billion and not won the league title.
He's not been good enough.
Just under $1 billion. It's under $1 billion. It's like
he's not been good enough.
No, we're going in dollars now. We're going in dollars. We're going in dollars. Let's convert it to dollars as well.
Errol, remember what I said at the beginning of the stream?
Go for it. Yeah.
Do you remember what I said?
Yeah.
Remember what I said what the stream would be? Look. I can see the future.
No, because you're saying stuff. No, because you're saying stuff. No, because you're saying stuff.
I want to crash on Liverpool hooks, but yo, it is what it is. You saying some stuff.
We tried to be fair with Arteta. No, Flo, was we not fair?
I don't think you've been fair.
He said at the end of the season, if you want it, then there's a conversation.
Okay, so what have we said that you think is unfair, Hooks? About
I think saying
just don't like that Slot is better coach. That's
no. I think saying that Slot is a better manager than Arteta because he won the league last season. I think that's unfair. Personally.
So what is that?
I think it's a very.
What's Mikel's achievements and strength? Do you think's better?
I think it's a very linear argument. Personally,
what is the achievement? So what is
it's like to me? Do you know what it's like? It's like saying Divock Origi is a better striker than R9 because R9 never won a Champions League. But
whoa. No, it's not. That's a false equivalency.
That's a false equivalency. I was just about to say.
No, it's not false equivalency.
To me, that's essentially what you're saying.
No, it's not essentially what
you're saying.
Can I just bring it back?
No. It's your interpretation.
No. To me, that's essentially what you're saying.
No, it's not essentially what I'm saying. Again, it's your interpretation. It's your interpretation.
Just face it, man.
I'm telling you. How are you telling me what I'm? All right. So I've said something to you, Hooks, and you've took it this way and said, "Do you mean this?" I'm telling you no. So take my word for it that this is not what I'm saying. There's no essentially what I'm saying. To compare Divock Origi and R9 is absolutely ridiculous because R9 has multiple things team-wise and has multiple individual attributes that shit all over Divock Origi. What does Arteta do better than Slot?
Shall I talk?
Sorry, Greg.
I will say this because we are.
Let that slide because you're helping the argument, so we'll let it slide.
Yeah, like we don't. With the R9 Divock Origi thing. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Cool.
Wait. Let me just say this.
Last thing. So, again. All right, let me ask this here. So let's just say, for example, Arteta does a double this season. Let's just say he does. For example, let's say he wins the FA Cup again and he wins the Premier League, yeah? For example. Does he then become a better manager than Slot because he's won more?
No, because Slot's going to win the Champions League this season. Up the Reds!
What I'd say is that to answer, hopefully that don't happen. Hooks, it's a conversation to be had.
There's a conversation.
It's a conversation.
Wait. There's a conversation to be had, but when Slot has won the Premier League in England, he's better than Arteta.
has
But
won.
if Arteta wins the Premier League and another
Because he
trophy as well,
because he done it by
What?
spending less.
And
Can I
this
answer it, please, Flawless?
Right,
Well, that's
this
what I was
is
about to
what-
say. You go on.
this
Go on.
is what
Enz
I'm
has got the
answering.
same
Can
point.
I
Go
answer
on.
it?
Go on.
No,
This
it's
is
not.
the
He
YouTube
done
thing.
it.
It's not the
He done it
YouTube
by
thing.
This is
spending
the YouTube
less.
thing. I hear it.
No,
He done it
stop
by
it.
spending less,
I hear it.
and it didn't
I hear
take him years to even get to a point where he could,
I hear it,
you know,
man.
use his coaching ability
I
that
hear
you
it.
want to
I
point
hear it.
out
The YouTube
to
thing.
win the
I hear it.
title. He done it. He done it in 1 year. Arteta is still
The
going.
YouTube thing. I hear
So
it.
that's why it's better. No, it's not YouTube. It's just factual, bro.
I hear it. The YouTube thing.
It's
I
just
hear it. We
facts.
can all do the YouTube. I
But
can do the YouTube thing as well.
But Hooks, if he wins it, and he wins the double, like you said, it's a conversation.
All right,
Then
what
you're
if he
going to
does the
talk
Premier
about
League and the
games
Champions
won, points, trophies
If he
accumulated.
does the Prem
And
and the
then-
champs, 100. Yes,
Yeah.
he's better. If he does
Yeah,
the Prem and the
definitely.
champs, yes.
Yeah.
You're saying the
One-
way you're talking of these accolades is like they're not big. Winning a Premier League in your first season is crazy, bro, my bro.
Man.
And then
I'm not spending it though. He didn't rise the bread, you know, Shells. He spent like
That's what I'm saying.
one
If
season and didn't
Arteta
use
was
him.
to win, if Arteta was to win the Premier and Champions, how can I argue against that? He's not better than Slot. Because football, this is what football's about: is winning, bro. He's been there for 7 years and he's in 2 blessed. That's all we're
And you're
saying,
counting,
bro.
and
We're not saying
Hooks, you're
Arteta's
counting
dead.
trophies that don't exist yet. He hasn't got
Only
the
a
bread.
select few managers. Only a select few managers have done that, man. Come into the Premier League and won
Yeah,
it. Won it in
man,
their
man,
first
man,
year.
man, man,
Conte,
man,
Ranieri, are they the only other two? And Mourinho?
Mourinho.
And Ancelotti done. I think done it in his first
Wenger's
season as
first
well,
full
didn't he?
season he did, but he was
Did he?
halfway
I
through.
should-
But yes,
I shall.
but to answer
Yeah,
your
go on.
question, Hooks, yes, if he wins the Prem and the Champions League, yes, he's better than
Yeah.
he's better than
And I'd concede that. I'd concede that as well, quite happily.
Yes, I would concede that as
Prem
well.
and the
But
champs.
he's not
You
going
go
to win the
with-
Champions League. So what's the point in even talking about it? 'Cause he's
It's
not
Oh,
Liverpool,
gonna
that's
do
not.
it.
That's so, Greg.
Yeah.
Is that so, Greg? That's all.
Ancelotti won it in his first season, definitely. Pellegrini won it his first season. Ranieri won it his first season for Leicester, but not his first in the Premier
for
League.
Chelsea.
Conte
Yeah.
for Chelsea,
Yeah.
and
And
Slot.
Jose.
I think that's
Jose.
it.
Like Shell
Yeah,
said, we not
yeah,
just
Jose
bypassing
Mourinho
winning
at
the-
Chelsea. Yeah.
We ain't just
Brilliant, man.
bypassing winning the Prem like that's light. Because if it was that
Bro,
easy
it's
to do,
not light.
Arteta would have done it. If it was that easy
It
to
would
do,
have taken
Arteta would have
7
done it.
years.
He's had 6 bites of the cherry, lads. If it was
Yeah.
that easy, you
And let's not act like they haven't spent the money and don't have the team to do it because they've been in.
I just wish. I just
I
wish
think
that.
Catch is saying it there. If he was to just win the Prem, Catch, he'd be in the conversation, and then
It
you'd have to
depends
do it
what
on the
Slot
merits
does
of
this
both
season.
achievements.
Do you know what as well? Let's.
Yeah.
I think as well, it's if we'd have won it in the season that Hook said we should have won it in the 23-24 season. If let's just hypothetically say Arteta won the league, then that's definitely a good question. Then this, i.e., the season before you guys won it, then you've got a conversation because he's got an FA Cup in his locker, he's got a Premier League in his locker, and do you know what as well? To lob it out there, I think a few Arsenal fans would feel a lot different, especially about this season and the way we could go about this season. Because if Arteta had already got over the line in the Premier League and we'd won it. This season now, I'll be sat here and thinking, do you know what? I'll probably have my chest out a little bit more and go, look, we've got a manager who's got over the line in this competition. He's won us the Premier League. We're 4 points ahead. We're playing good. We're defensively good. You know, I'll probably feel a lot more confident. And I know I'm taking the conversation now slightly a different sort of way, but how I sort of feel about us not getting over that line is because we haven't done it. All I can remember is the times that we haven't, as opposed to the times that we had. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's a big point. You've just got to get over the line, and whether there's a debate or not, Mikel Arteta has not got over the line for Arsenal Football Club, and that's undebatable. It's just a fact.
Okay. Well, we have run out of time there, and I was trying to get to a bit of an Arsenal segment, but Hooks, you kind of took into your own segment there. Anyway, I came with your own.
I'm hooked, man. Lads, I just hooked.
But it's all love, and do you know what? I think the conversation as the season goes on will become more and more mainstream, quote unquote. I think people will start putting out there who is the better manager. Hopefully, Arsenal can remain in his job and turn Liverpool's fortunes round. And as a lot of the Arsenal fans will be wanting Arteta to push closer to that elusive Premier League that has kind of escaped them over the last couple of years. Manchester United, we still don't really know what type of United are going to turn up 1 week from the next. But I still think them only having one game a week is going to be really... I don't think that can be underestimated in terms of your chances and prospects.
You believe in that, Errol?
I just think because everyone else is going to get busy. Everybody else is going to get
just
busy.
about concentrate on the Prem, bro. So
I won't trust us with 1 game a month. Like, where to my guy? I don't know where this myth came from,
teams, bro. Look at the rest of the teams, fam.
The rest of the teams, I hear it. It's us I don't trust. I agree with you,
but then we're playing against. We got our next 10 games are against people we should beat. Let's see.
Yeah, we should beat
Champions League spot shows. Yeah, Champions League for you,
Hey,
man.
Shells.
I'm trying to leave with something, bro.
We should have beat Spurs. We should have beat Forest. We should have beat Fulham. We should have beat Brentford. We should have beat Grimsby.
Give us 10 games, Flawless. Give us 10 games.
All right, 10 games.
Nah, Chelsea's saying Champions League football next season. That's what
Yeah,
Chelsea's saying.
Matchday Chelsea's here for it.
I'm doing shows on it and I can't get involved. I want to get some, bro. I want to get some. Get me involved, man.
Want to be there? All right. Well, lads, thank you very much again for joining us for the Friday night Red Cartel. You know what it is. Before we sign out, I want the man them to plug their channels. Please do in the chat. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff to this channel. But make sure you go and follow all of these lads on their socials, on their channels. Get involved in the shows as well. Get involved in the chat in the same way you have done with me tonight, and let them know that you're supporting their things as well, because they're putting out some really good content themselves at the moment. All independent, grinding away, working hard and growing the channels organically. So, Enz, thank you very much for your time, but I appreciate it every single time. Bro, let people know where they can watch your content.
Football events, guys. Tune in. Liverpool stuff. I'm a bit negative at the moment, but we're trying to give you solutions as well on top of it. So, fingers crossed we can come out of this break with some wins, but I don't know. Football events, though. Appreciate the invite as well, there.
I've just plugged that. I've just plugged that in the chat as well. Halftime hooks. Let people know Wagwan.
Halftime hooks on YouTube. Get me Halftime Hooks TV on all socials. It's doing our thing, man. Arsenal, get it.
All right. Cool. Man, like Shells, Matchday Shells. Let people know where they can catch your content.
Yeah, big up, man. Shout out the panel first of all. This was a good show. I enjoyed that. Shout out the chat, and you can follow me on Motion with Sports and Matchday shows. Do you know what I mean? Being United stuff, and Motion with Sports. We do other sports. We do basketball, NFL, and all that stuff too. So,
I know I was catching up on your basketball stream with Connor the other night, bro.
Come through, bro. Come through, bro. You know what I mean? More than welcome to.
Definitely. Man, like Greg. Greg, where can people find you on socials?
Who is Greg on Twitter and TikTok, and you'll be able to find everything else from there pretty much. Yeah,
lovely
standard.
Lovely stuff. Aaron, thank you very much again for your time. Hopefully now that I've seen you again, Liverpool's fortunes reversed, because I haven't seen you for a minute and we fell off a cliff.
Yeah, delete the stream then, innit? Delete the stream, man.
Basically what we're saying is get Aaron back on in May.
And we'll be like that all this.
Listen, mate, I'm not coming on. I'll have a sabbatical from the show, man, innit? But listen, Errol, come on, man. Appreciate the invite. It's been a minute, my friend. And big up to the panel as well. Pleasure as always. Big up to the chat. That's why everyone here does it. So you know what I mean? We can have a little giggle on the panel and have a little bit of banter and that in the chat. But yeah, I'm Aaron Talks Arsenal. I'm doing a cheeky little call in about 20 minutes, half hour or so. So yeah, I'm sure I'll catch you up very soon, Errol. Cheers, brother.
Blessings, bro. Thank you very much for jumping on. Last but not no means least, man, like Flawless in the cut. Let us know where people can watch your content and what you've got lined up.
Blessings for having me. Appreciate it. Sarcasm City TV on YouTube. Sarcasm City TV Extra as well, people. So just subscribe. You see all the content that's going on. Football. Shells mentioned NBA. Do that as well. Other things over there, people. Gaming channel, the whole nine. So yeah, again, Sarcasm City TV on YouTube. Sarcasm City TV Extra on YouTube as well. Subscribe to both channels.
Cool. I have just dropped all of your channels. I just want to make sure that I've spelled them all right as well in the chat there, so people can go and find them. Please do, people, go tune in, plug into the guys, as well as your boy Errol 0151 across all socials. I will be back at some point, probably next week for the next show. Probably jump on a couple of these lads' channels at some point over the next couple of days as well. We'll get some content lined up for you all. But I hope you all have a blessed weekend. There's no football to ruin my weekend this weekend, so it's family time, a little bit of downtime with the people, with the lad. We'll be back. And I hope to see you all again in the next one. Peace.
Right, take care.